Hello, my name is Kamran, and today we will discuss how to configure InnoDB ReplicaSet. In the previous video, we successfully implemented InnoDB cluster, and now we will configure InnoDB ReplicaSet. InnoDB ReplicaSet was introduced in MySQL 8, and it only works on MySQL 8. The difference between the InnoDB ReplicaSet and the InnoDB cluster is the replication process. Um, in the InnoDB cluster, the replication is called group replication, while in the InnoDB replica set, it is the MySQL traditional asynchronous replication. The other difference is that in InnoDB replica set, we have to manually failover or switch over to the secondary node, while in the InnoDB cluster, we do not do any manual switchover or failover. Okay, the third difference is that in the InnoDB replica set, we can have one primary and one secondary node at least. We can have multiple secondaries, but at least we can have one primary and one secondary. But in the InnoDB cluster, we need at least 3 nodes to have a valid InnoDB cluster. Okay, there are some limitations as well, like it only supports GTID based replication, it only works on MySQL 8, and it only support manual switchover failover, and it only works on MySQL shell. So these are some limitations. In this video, I'm going to explain how you can configure InnoDB replica set, and then we will switch over manually to the other node, in which one node will become the secondary node will become primary, and the first node, which is the primary, will become secondary. We can also failover to the, in the disaster situation, if there's a disaster, then we can forcefully set one node as the primary. We will also do that. Okay, so I have already installed MySQL server and MySQL shell. And if you want to install MySQL server, then I have already demonstrated in my previous videos. You can check it there. We'll also share the link here how to install MySQL server. We have 2 nodes, and we will configure the replica set between these 2 nodes. One will be primary, and the second will be the secondary node. Okay, so let's start. We will first connect to the MySQL shell. Connect to the root user. It is asking for the password, and yes, save the password so that we don't input the password again. Okay, so now we are connected to the database. Now we will configure this instance. So dba dot, if you push the tab button, then all the configuration will be there. You can check it. So we will use which one? We will type C, and then yeah, this one, configure replica set instance. Okay, so it is telling me that you can use the root user with the remote privileges, right? Root, it is I have also mentioned it in my previous video. Root is not recommended to be used for remote connections. It is only used for the local connections for troubleshooting purpose. So we will not go with the first one, we will go with the second one to have a new user and grant minimal required grants, right? So it's not, the account name will be, let's say, cadmin. I always use this user. The password will be my default password. Okay, so it is saying that there are some configuration which needs to be fixed. Some variables are there, so it will automatically fix these variables, and then it will restart the server. So yes, and then restart the instance. Yes. Okay, so this instance is configured to be used as a replica set. So this is configured. Okay, the same configuration needs to be done on the other nodes. We have only one other node, so we will do these configurations on that node as well. If you have two or three or more nodes, then you can do on all nodes with the same username and same password. So let's do it here as well. MySQL. I will skip this part because okay, I have done the configuration on this node as well. So we have two nodes which are eligible for the replica set configuration. Okay, so now I will connect using the cadmin user. Connected it to the cadmin user, and now we are all set to have to create the replica set. The command is dba dot create replica set, and then we will provide name for the replica set. We will provide replica set test. Okay, replica set object successfully created for this node. Okay, so we will use this command as well to add another instance, and this will be asynchronous replication. Okay, and then we will use the rs status. We can also check here rs status. Well, first we need to set the variable, so it will be let's say rs equal to dba dot get replica set. Okay, so it says that you are connected to a member of replica set. So we are connected here, and then we will do a replica dot status. Sorry, rs dot status. Okay, so it says that this is available, and this is the node, and it's in read write mode with the role primary, and the type is asynchronous. Okay, we will add the second node to this replica set. The command is rs dot add instance. We'll provide the host name, which is mysql2 dot lab.com 3306. Okay, so there we have two options. One is the clone, and the second one is the incremental recovery. Okay, so we'll do with we will go with clone. It will take a few minutes and a few seconds actually. Yeah, so it is copied 72 MB of data, and the second node will edit replica set, and it is completed now. We will do the rs status again, and here you can see that the replica set MySQL1 is available with the primary role and the read write mode. In the read write mode, the second node is in read only mode with the secondary role. Okay, and this type is asynchronous. So this is how you configure a replica set. Okay, so you can also configure the router, but I will not demonstrate it here because I have already configured router in the previous video. I will share the link here in this video, then you can check it, and you can configure the router as well. Router is kind of a load balancer in which it will provide you port to which the application can connect, and read write connections will go to one IP with the port, and the other read only connection will go to the other port. Okay, the second part of this video is to switch over to the second node. Okay, if we have a maintenance window and we want to do some activity on the first node, which is the primary, then we will switch over to the second node. The second node will become the primary, and the first node will become the secondary. Then we can do our maintenance mode, because the primary node will entertain all the read and write connections. Okay, so the command to switch over to the second node is this rs.set primary instance, and then we will provide its host name MySQL, sorry, MySQL2.lab.com 3306. It will do all the checks required and acquiring logs in the replica set instances, pre-synchronization. Now at last it will say that MySQL 2, which is the secondary node, becomes primary. Now if we check the status, this one is the primary node, and it's has the primary role with the read write in the read write mode, while the first node is in secondary role with the read only mode. So this is how you switch over to the second node. Okay, if you want to remove an instance from your replica set, then the command is, I will not do this, but I will just show you how what is the command. Remove instance, sorry, remove instance, and then you can provide the host name. I'll do it anyway. MySQL 1.lab.com 3306. So it will show you that the MySQL 1 was removed from the replica set, and if you do the rs status, node 1 is gone, and this is a read write node for you. If you have a disaster on one node and you want forcefully to be and you want to have a node as a primary, then you can do this command. Now rs dot force primary instance, and then you can provide the host name with the port like this. So this will fail over to that node. Okay, that's it from this video. We have successfully configured replica set with 2 nodes, and then we performed switchover to the other node, and we have also removed one instance from this replica set, and we have also checked how can you forcefully fail over to the second node in case of disaster. So if you have any question, then you can contact me on my email address. I will provide it in the end of the video, and I will also provide it in the description of this video. Thank you so much.